Hi everybody, Cindy the Scrapologist here. I'm here for a quick video to show you my new digital kit that I finally got in my shop. I haven't gone live in a long time, so I thought I'd just pop on really quickly, and if others pop on, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. Um, I don't like shooting YouTube live because everything is backwards when I look at the screen, and it kind of drives me nuts. But I wanted to show you the kit. A lot of people have been pestering me. I mentioned that I was making a steampunk kit months ago, and I just didn't get to it. So I finally finished it. These are a set of artist images that are from the 1800s when ballooning became really popular, especially in France. And so, as you know, I'm not a graphics designer, but I can do a lot with Photoshop, and I do like to work with rare books. And this is a rare book that I found with these balloon images on it. So you're going to get 8 sheets, or they're going to print 8 sheets. They're all black and white because a lot of them were pencil drawings, I believe. Um, but let me just show them to you really quickly, and then I'm going to make a project with one of them. Hello, who's on? Make sure you say hi so I know who's here. The chat doesn't tell me. Okay, there's one page. This is my favorite one here. I think I'm going to work with this one in a minute. I did 2 that didn't take up the whole page, so you have some extra room up here if you like it, but all of them I did do so that when they print on 8.5 by 11, you can fold them in half and you get one image per page. So, and again, this doesn't have to be, if you don't like steampunk, that's okay. You can make a travel journal. These are all different kinds of air conveyances. You could, and these are vintage. They're from the 1800s, so um, you could just still do just a vintage junk journal. These are gorgeous and detailed. Look at the detail in these. Just so beautiful. Such gorgeous artwork, and how beautiful would either one of these be on the cover of a journal? Love it. Love it, love it. Hey, Dee. How are you? Thank you. I love the images too. I wish I drew them myself. Another couple of images. I love the little wings down here. It's funny the things they really thought that would fly back then. This one I love. I love him. Love that image. This balloon, the basket is a little different. And I think they're just kind of saying goodbye to it. But look at the detail. Look at the artwork. I just printed this off on my regular inkjet printer, but he would be another really cool. I would probably, for the cover, I would probably make him a little smaller and put some things around him. Apparently, this is the inside of the balloon. It looks like he's controlling it with his feet and his hands. He's controlling these little wings up here. And this one's pretty awesome. That's definitely steampunky. I guess he's going to take off with a little umbrella on his head and a basket down there. So fun. But look at the detail of the people in this one. I hope it comes across on the camera. Don't know how good that's going to focus. So beautiful. So those are the pages that you get. And I wanted to tell you too, you can print them out in different sizes. Most printers have the option of printing what you call contact sheets, or you can tell it to print so many per page and it will make your images smaller. So I did that, and I printed out a couple of sheets of smaller items because I want to use these for making some journal cards or something like that. So you can these are JPEGs. You can print them off in any size you want. You're in control. So let's make something really quickly. let's just make a page. I want to get my favorite. I don't know why. It's just I love the rooster on the top of the balloon. There's a little flag there. There's these wings here. And I just like it set against this white background. It's just a cool image. So let's use that. And let's just pretend that we're putting this in a journal. Now, where's my, here we go. Unfortunately, I print with an inkjet printer, so I can't use anything wet on here. It will smear my ink. But if you have a laser jet or some other way of printing where you can use a wet medium, what I would really like to do is watercolor on this, but I can't do that. So I pulled out, I do have a few steampunky kind of things in my stash. One thing I have is this Tim Holtz Timeworks stencils, or I guess you call them masks. And I want this to be the focal point. So I'll probably just do a little bit around here and get rid of some of this white. So let's take, well, I really like this one. Let's put that down there and just use my vintage photo because that's what I have right here. But obviously you could use any color you want. And this gear is really neat. Let's put it up here. That looks nice. And then I think I want something right here. Here's a neat gear. Let's put that there. If you watched my video on layering, you'll remember that I work using the rule of thirds. And I don't want to get into the whole thing again because I did a whole class on it, but I'll show you when I'm done how the rule of thirds applied to this particular collage. Let's see. I think that in the corner. And just get rid of a little bit of this white here. I think I got some black on this. I was too lazy to change my pad the other day. I was using Tim Holtz soot, and I can see that there's a little bit of black on here. So that looks pretty cool already. Very steampunky. And I pulled out some things. I didn't pull out a lot because I don't want to make this too busy, but I pulled out my colored pencils because I do want to have a pop of color on here. Just a little bit. Again, trying to make this the focal point. So I wish I could wash this with a watercolor, but I can't. Actually, these are watercolor pencils. I think I'm just going to barely pencil in the balloon. I don't want pencil lines showing. I just want to kind of make this flattened part of my colored pencil. Oh, and these are actually called flying colors. That's appropriate. So I hope you all are having a lovely Saturday. We have the Skowhegan Fair going on for the next 2 weeks, and they claim that it's the world's longest continuous fair in existence. It's over 200 years old, I think. But we live on the main road going to the fairgrounds, and it is crazy. I just stay in. I tried to get all my grocery shopping done before the fair opened. Ugh. And yeah, it's crazy. So it's a good day to just stay in and craft. I don't know if you can see that because it's very faint, but it does give it a little pop of color. And How about a little blue for that flag? So I have to turn sideways. That's how I color. Again, I'm just faintly, I'm not using any bold or bright colors or pressing very hard. A little bit of blue on the flag there. What else? How about if we color our rooster a little orange up here? Barely colored that in. And maybe this, for one last pop of color, this little blue balloon here. And I might color more later. I don't know. But I don't want to bore you to death by sitting here having you watch me color. Okay. So I think that really puts more focus on that image and gives it just a little bit of color. So then I pulled out some other little pieces. I like this, but now that I'm looking at it, I just don't want to cover up this image. So I'm not going to use that. Oh, look at this cool stamp I found at a yard sale. I don't know if that's upside down for you. It's upside down and backwards for me when I look up at the TV, at the computer screen. But it says clock on it. It's a cool old wooden handle. And then it has a clock on there and it says o'clock there. And I think that a teacher probably used it to teach kids time. But it's really neat looking. Actually, let me put a little bit of it here. That would be fun. Yeah, I like that. How about a little bit up here too? Let's see. That's fun. Yeah, I like that. We need something over here though. Let's see, right there. Okay, like it. That's the first time I've used that. It's a very clear stamp. Love it. So I think what I want to do is maybe put a little bit of a collage on the bottom. So I pulled out an old book page. I've got a piece of burlap here that I frayed. And I did find the words are right side up for you? Okay, I'm going to stop trying to, thank you, Dee. I'm going to stop trying to look up at the computer screen. But I have to look up to see the chat, and then I get distracted by me being backwards. Oh, I like that, and it is a vintage balloon. It was a Prima scrapbook kit, I think. I want to say that I bought years ago. I do have in my stash lots of gears, metal and wooden gears and stuff, but if this is going to be going inside of a journal, I don't like to put metal in the journal because when you go to flip the pages, they just become real heavy and it bulks it up too much. So I like to stick to paper and cardboard and buttons, lighter things when I'm collaging. If I was doing a cover, I would probably cut this out, color it, put a frame around it, and then just do tons of gears all around it on the cover, the wooden and metal gears that I have. That would be so cool for a cover, and maybe I'll do that. So I think I'm happy with that, but I wanted something down the side, and I showed in a video how I make these whenever I have scrap paper. So I think I want to just add that somewhere. Definitely not across the top. Are you working on anything today, Dee? Anything exciting? There, I think I'm going to glue this down. Yeah, like I said in my other video, it just takes me forever to do a digital kit because I just really hate to sit at the computer. I'd rather be doing other things. It really feels like it affects my brain. I did find an app that turns the blue light off on your computer, and I really like that, especially when I have to do some work stuff at night. It's really good to turn the blue light off. And it doesn't affect the screen either. I can still see really well, see all my work. I think does this have something on the back of it? Let's see. Yeah. It does have sticky, but I don't trust the stickiness, especially where I'm putting it on layers. I'll go ahead and glue it down to give it some extra. There. I'm happy with that. I don't want to make it too busy. Adding to your ephemera stash. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing today. Did you see my other video, Dee? Somebody from the local antique store stopped by my house the other day and had a trunk full of ephemera, wanted to know if I wanted to give him a deal on it, make him an offer. And I said, absolutely. So I've got some really cool ephemera kits. I only have 3 left in my shop. And stacks of newspapers from the 1800s. It was like Santa Claus coming to visit. It was so exciting. So I'll be working with some of that stuff today. Okay, I'm happy with this. I don't want to do any more to it right now. Once I get it into a journal, I might tear this a little bit. At the very least, I should, you know me, I have to ink the edges of everything. But I'm super happy with that, and I love the image in the center. So, okay, I'm going to sign off now and let you know that this pack is available in my shop, along with some other goodies that I put in there this week. I hope you like it. Bye, Dee. I'll see you later, and thanks for watching, and thanks to everybody else for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye.